It's been reported that the Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich and two Ukrainians have suffered a suspected chemical poisoning after peace talks over the war in Ukraine. It's alleged to have happened earlier this month on the border with Belarus. It's understood the Chelsea Football Club owner, who's thought to be acting as a go-between in the negotiations, suffered sore eyes and skin peeling. The two Ukrainians affected and Mr Abramovich have all made a full recovery. Here's our security correspondent, Frank Gardner.
Recent pictures of Roman Abramovich at Tel Aviv's Ben Gurion airport. But 11 days earlier, on March the 3rd, something happened to him and two others following peace talks on Ukraine's border with Belarus. Hours after these Russian and Ukrainian delegates met, three of them, including Mr Abramovich, suffered searing pain in the eyes, dimness of vision, and inflamed reddened skin. Later that night, in the Ukrainian capital Kyiv, according to the investigative website Bellingcat, all three were suffering from the symptoms of intentional poisoning with a chemical agent.
It is potentially very serious, and hopefully the Organisation for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons will be called in to investigate. Both the Ukraine and Russia are signatories to the Chemical Weapons Convention, so that would be within the remit of both, particularly Ukraine, to bring in.
There was no immediate comment from Moscow and no proof that Russia was behind this. But back in 2020, the Russian opposition activist Alexei Navalny was hospitalized and nearly died in Siberia after being poisoned with a nerve agent Novichok. He recovered, but Bellingcat's investigators were able to prove it was the work of Russia's Federal Security Service, the FSB. 2 years before that, the same nerve agent, Novichok, was used in an attempt to murder the former KGB officer, Sergei Skripal, in the town of Salisbury. He was saved by an antidote, atropine. Roman Abramovich's associates say he's fine now and he intends to continue trying to broker a peace between his native Russia and Ukraine. It's thought that whoever poisoned him and the other delegates was looking to sabotage those peace talks by sending a sinister warning.
Frank, this is all very murky. Indeed, was it a chemical poisoning?
Well, you're right. It's kind of cloak and dagger stuff. It depends who you listen to. So a Ukrainian MP said, didn't happen, nonsense. An unnamed US official has said, well, it could have been environmental factors. But the investigators are in no doubt whatsoever, nor is Hamish de Bretton-Gordon there. And interestingly, the Ukrainian foreign minister has commented on national television tonight, if you're going to peace talks, peace negotiations with the Russians, don't eat or drink anything and be careful who you shake hands with.
Okay. Frank, many thanks. Frank Gardner, our security correspondent.